Guys, so Nick Cannon has finally broken his silence and exposed the real reason why he divorced from his ex-wife, international superstar Mariah Carey. So while interviewing Dr. Umar Johnson on his podcast, Nick Cannon reached a point where he felt like he needed to clear the air on certain misconceptions that he felt people had regarding his divorce from his ex-wife, Mariah Carey. This came about after Dr. Umar Johnson suggested that Nick Cannon might still be in love with his ex-wife, Mariah Carey, and that was the reason why, according to him, Nick Cannon was not willing to settle with any other woman, and according to him, Nick Cannon would go back to Mariah Carey if he had the opportunity to. Now, Nick Cannon disagreed with this assertion and went ahead to clarify that not only will he not go back, but he wanted to put it out there that he was the one who asked for a divorce from his wife and not the other way around. He went on to explain that during his marriage to Mariah Carey, he felt like he lost himself, and that as hard as he tried, he felt like he could never measure up both emotionally and financially to all the expectations that people had of him. Another thing that he claimed greatly affected his marriage was the fact that people kept referring to him as Mr. Mariah Carey, a statement that he said greatly impacted him because as a young man in his 20s, he didn't have the maturity to handle his wife's success.
But that don't mean you don't want her back.
Okay, so
you're still there. And that's why nobody else can get a piece of your heart because it belongs to Mariah.
We're in a safe space, right? We being vulnerable,
absolutely.
Right? We just can't.
We in the man cave.
I don't want to start shit that I don't need to start. So ultimately, what I'll say, I divorced my wife.
You initiated?
Yes.
Why?
So in that, because it goes back to what I was saying before, where I was talking about the man that I am. Mm-hmm. And then this is, years of therapy. The man that I am, the man that I was before I was married, I feel like I lost my identity and who I was once I became
a husband.
And the husband I became was Mr. Mariah Carey.
So are you telling me that you let the public's opinion influence how you function in your marriage?
It wasn't the public's opinion, but that was part of it, because it wasn't, I could care less about
Understood.
what people thought.
But because of who she is, you knew going in.
Because I didn't feel like a man.
Because of what?
So many things. Initially.
Give me two things.
Financially.
But you knew going in.
Yeah. But did I go in with the right intentions?
Did you?
I had to ask myself those questions.
Did you?
I believe I went in for love, but in the sense of like what my life, because you got to think at the time, I'm a man in my 20s. Mm-hmm. I'm enamored. Mm-hmm. I'm in awe. Mm-hmm. Of the greatest presence of a woman that I have ever witnessed.
Yes, sir.
And so I could have been clouded by just the idea of love. The hopeless romantic in me was like, I gotta get this right. I gotta figure this. This is a blessing from the Most High, regardless of what the scenario was. So again, in spending time and figuring out, like, man, was I blinded by the idea?
What's the age gap? How many years?
About a decade.
Okay. Is it possible that you didn't believe you deserved her?
Absolutely. 100%.
So there was a self-esteem
That's
piece.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm going back to. On many levels of, this is someone that is out of my league. This is someone that is more mature than I am. This is someone who has all the things she desires in life is completely different than my desires. So then, therefore, when I'm in this scenario, I'm like, ooh, am I losing myself?
Nick Cannon went further to explain that the things that he experienced during his marriage with Mariah are probably the reason why he finds it so difficult to commit to one woman. And it's probably also the reason why he's having so many children and raising a large family. He went on to explain that up to date, he still feels the need to prove that he can comfortably take care of a large family and meet all their needs.
So in that, and I'll take it this one step further, because then we'll go to those spaces of once I did come out of the marriage, my behavior then became to prove all of those things that I may have feared within my marriage, is that I can provide, I can do for others in an abundant way. So therefore, possibly being the reasons why I choose multiple partners and choose to take care of multiple people and create such a vast and large family.
What is the reason?
Because I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it.
Now, the general feeling of most people after watching this particular video was that of understanding, as many people could see why he misbehaved, given that at the time that he was married to Mariah Carey, like he said, he was just in his 20s, and as such, he was young and immature. However, some people have gone ahead to say that suffering from low self-esteem is not an excuse for you to play with people's hearts. Some people have gone ahead to say that if he still feels the need to prove a financial point as a result of his previous marriage, does that not still mean that his ex-wife, Mariah Carey, still has power over his decisions today? So guys, what do you think about this revelation from Nick Cannon? Do you believe he's still in love with his ex-wife? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. And as always, do not forget to like, share and subscribe for more trending stories. See you in the next video. Bye.